Is game time, and this man had one heck of a game 2 nights ago. Jordan Eberle, 2 goals on Saturday, and maybe we can expect some big things tonight from him once again, because check it out. His points per game, well, against the Hurricanes, that's the 2nd best points per game versus any opponent. So what is the secret to his success? Well, Gene Principe got the inside scoop on Eberle's stick of choice.
Nugent Hopkins behind the net, right out in front. Here's Eberle upstairs, scores!
As far as the stick, the shaft, the blade, the curve, I think I've kind of stayed the same since I was just a young kid. I always was a fairly straight curve. I think if you look at the NHL now, a lot of the guys are adapting bigger curves, and I don't know if that helps, but I find the puck handling is a lot easier when the curve's a little straighter, and the length of my stick is actually pretty small too. Once I'm on my skates, it's just below my chin, whereas most guys are going to be up to their the bottom lip. But a guy that obviously everyone knows, Sidney Crosby, he uses a really short stick and straight curve. So if he can do it, and make it look good, hopefully I can. I think a lot of guys pick up my stick and almost throw up, but I like to use it, and I've tried to use other stuff and I can't. So.
That is awesome. Well, quite a contrast to Leon Draisaitl, who has the whole canoe paddle basically as his stick. It's funny, Eberle doesn't get a lot of ink all the time because you got 97, you got 93, you have Taylor Hall, number 4 as well. Is he sort of the forgotten man on this Edmonton team, would you say?
I think maybe the only reason you could say maybe forgotten a bit is because he's been hurt. So, you go out of sight, out of mind a little bit. But I don't know if I would say the forgotten man. What it comes down to is, first of all, I think when guys get injured, and this will be interesting when McDavid comes back, it's hard to catch up. When everybody's in mid-season mode and you're trying to catch up to everybody, that's not an easy thing. But I think these other players, they've got to know. They look around. At some point, this team is making a deal. They're going to go out and they're going to get a defenseman. Well, you look at 97, he's not going anywhere. McDavid. You look at number 4, Hall, he's not going anywhere. You look around the room, okay, there's Draisaitl, number 29, he's not going anywhere, and then you're like, oh, okay, who could be going somewhere? So I think, Eberle, he can't be blind to all this. He hears everything that's being said. I think you have to take a stand. You've got to show your organization you want to stay and be part of something special, and I think guys want to be part of this because they do see eventually it's going to be something special.
I think they see lots of things at Edmonton are special, not only on the ice, but you see what they're building downtown. I mean, you can't help but get involved in everything that's going on in Edmonton and want to know how important it is to stay an Oiler. I actually would put Ryan Nugent Hopkins on the same list as Eberle when it comes to who's that marketable guy. And really, if you talk to general managers around the league, Eberle has a lot of people smiling, saying, boy, would we like to get our hands on him. So there could be demand for him. To me, though, when you talk beyond Nugent Hopkins and Eberle, that second line is so vastly important for any team to contribute. You can't rely on one line. And what's happened now with Benoit Pouliot on that line has made a huge difference for the Oilers because they now have a 1-2 punch. Beyond Purcell, Hall, and Draisaitl, they now have Pouliot with Nugent Hopkins and Eberle making a difference in the offensive zone. That becomes a huge factor. Here's a guy, 5 points in his last 4 games, including 3 goals. He's coming back after his bad ankle injury. He's playing better. He's finally got a rhythm. He's finally got the rhythm, folks, that he had when he was playing with Connor McDavid and Nail Yakupov. And I think that that's something that's really satisfying for the coaching staff.
What's going to be interesting is we've not yet seen a game with Jordan Eberle and Connor McDavid because the didn't overlap. So Todd McClellan's going to have a lot to figure out.
That's a nice problem to have.
That's the kind of problem that coaches love to have.